What's up guys, and happy Thanksgiving. Just gonna show you some cool critters. Here's gecko number one of the babies we produced this year. So you can see she's a high orange, but what you might not be able to see is she has some gray in her that almost looks purple. Her dad had a lot of high neon green in him, and the mom, Sugar, is just a pure deep orange color. And so I thought that they would make the best parents, which they did. But you could really see she just has green. She's layered with some neon green, and that area that kind of looks grayish on camera is actually more of a purple in person. So she's beautiful. There's her characteristic deep orange tail she gets from her mom. I bred these all to be females. So her name is Peach. She just reminded me of that really nice peach color. This is the sister of that other orange one I showed you. She has clusters of green, 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 green. And they're little dots. So that's why I called her Petra. But her head has green on it, yellow, orange, and again, that grayish purple. This was the hottest orange colored gecko that we produced here this year. Yeah, you definitely can't see how deep of an orange she is because she's shedding right now, but she doesn't have pattern like her sisters. She was the most pure orange of all the babies that came out. And even now though, I can still see some green influence from her dad, but she's still a very heavy orange, and she will make a wonderful breeder for some projects coming up. Now here's another one, another sister I named Nia, meaning neon. She's bright, really bright. So again, she has those purples, the green, the deep orange. There's the deep carroting of the tail like her mom has. So here is a normal albino. You can see much more yellow and lighter in appearance compared to those orange ones. And again, this is Buddy and Nadia's baby. This one I named Schnee, which I think means like snow in German. Again, this is one of Buddy's babies, and I didn't know Buddy was a snow. I thought he was just an Eclipse, but if he has snow babies, he's obviously carrying the snow genetic. So what we have here with the Eclipse gene, she has some really nice color. She's not as deep orange as the other ones, but she definitely has orange to her. Green all highlighted throughout her whole body, really nice, especially on her head, which is probably kind of hard to see. But what you can notice, that pattern of the speckles is very characteristic of the Eclipse gene. It's really hard to tell, but right within her pupil area, you could see some hazing, some dark blackness filling in her eyeball. And that tells me that she has some pigment in her eyeball, which is characteristic of the Eclipse gene. Number 2, her pattern. Number 3, white tips of the feet, white tips of the nose, white tips of the tail will be sign of the Eclipse gene, and she has whitening on her feet. This guy's just got a monster head on him now. He does have a lot of green to him, so I'm gonna try to get it in the camera here where you can see his neon green and where a lot of the babies got that neon green from. I was gonna show the male-female difference. You were able to see those pores of his right underneath like right at the base of the tail area. That's signs of a boy. So here is a mother-daughter combo. You can see that this daughter took a lot of influence from her mom, but she also took a lot of influence from her dad. She has green inside of her markings. Now this is that big one that I was talking about. He's about 9 inches long. He is an Eclipse. You can see it in his eyes. See how his eyes are half colored in? That's the Eclipse gene. See how his nose is whitened? That's the Eclipse gene. And do you see how his pattern is speckled and spaced out? That's the sign of the Eclipse gene. So this is Zeus. He is very skittish, which is why I named him Zeus, because his color is like a bright yellow and that bright green, but he also reminded me of like a lightning bolt. He is a white and yellow heterozygous for Tremper albino. If you don't know about the white and yellow gene, as you can see, he has bright yellow, bright orange, and right on his head right there, bright neon green coloring. That's typically what the white and yellow gene will do, is it will brighten up the colors that already exist on the gecko. Alright, so he is a normal size adult male, but let me show you what an actual supergiant looks like. And a supergiant is a baby that carries 2 of the mutated giant genes in leopard geckos. If a baby carries 1 gene, they are called a giant, and if they carry 2 genes, they're called a supergiant. Now, as you can see, he's a normal albino in color. You see, he's just a yellow color, but he is a supergiant. He is a supergiant Tremper albino. And you can see just how long he is. He doesn't even fit in the frame, but he is probably about 9.5 inches, and Buddy is about 9 inches, I think. So he might be slightly longer than Buddy. And it might be hard to get a gauge, but his head is just massive compared to the other geckos. And one of the last pairings that we are making this year is going to be in our snow lines. So let's talk about the girl first. This is a snow leopard gecko, and you could tell she's snow because she's a little bit whiter than a normal leopard gecko. This is Lucky. He's a very cool looking gecko. He is actually something called a total eclipse. You can see the whitening of his nose right there. That means that he is an eclipse. He also is a super snow. So what I showed you prior in the female that I just showed you, she has 1 of the snow genes, and it adds a little bit of whiteness to the gecko. When you have 2 of the snow genes, they turn out pretty much all white. See, beautiful white and black contrast. They have that speckling pattern. And this guy just happens to also be an eclipse, which makes him even more genetically modified. As you can see, his eyes are all black. Both of his eyes are black. See if you get a male shot. See that V? There, those pores right there. That's a sign that he's a male, and those bulges right there, another sign that he's a male. The females, their pores will be very light. It won't show that much. Look, it looks like he's smiling. And the bulges down here at the tail will not show as much for the females as well. Oh, I have a couple more breeders. I'll show them in another video, but I have some bold striped females that are coming into size for next breeding season and should definitely be ready by January, February. For today, what I need to do is clean the Gargoyle gecko cage, And then I want to also show you guys some crested geckos. So Charlie's a baby that I got here. Well, she's not a baby. She's approximately 8 or maybe 10 months old. She is 11 grams, so she is officially growing. She's beautiful color. As you see, that's why I got her. Very profound orange stripes down her back there. As you can see, beautiful orange blushing on the cheek. She's squared away. There she is, all happy at the top there. Look at all that climbing space. Here is Diamond. Diamond is a soft scale pinstripe, reverse pinstripe, crested gecko. So as you can see, she's pretty much a full pinstripe. There's one area down here. She's Dalmatian, ink spot. She has that very smooth, creamy appearance. Part of that is because of her cream coloration, and the other reason is because she is soft scale. Pinstripe, reverse pinstripe, ink spot Dalmatian, cream, phantom. She's also a phantom because the pinstripes, they take the same color as her body, so she's also a phantom. I love the way their feet feel. Okay, on to the next one. Marge is an ultra creamy girl. But as you can see, Dalmatian, because of those black spots. Tiger, you can see the tiger marks that make her look like a tiger, those banding. Ultra cream, she's a cream squared. Now let's go with their boy for the season, Papaya. He is a deep red Dalmatian. He has red Dalmatian spots, as well as olive Dalmatian spots, as well as black Dalmatian spots. There you can see Diamond without the scatteredness of outside. You can see that pinstriping, the reverse pinstripe with the shadow under the pinstripe. You can see her smooth cream color, and the fact that she's a phantom because her pinstripes blend into her natural color. This thing is really cool. The brand is called Accurite. It can be found in the outside garden section of Home Depot, and it measures the last 24 hours of humidity and heat. For example, right now it's saying 52% humidity in here, but an average of 94% humidity over the last 24 hours, an average temperature of 77 degrees over the last 24 hours, with a temperature of 75 degrees right now. So pretty cool device. It's only $12. There he is, beautiful boy. Dalmatian, red spot, red base, black spot, olive spot. So he will make an awesome breeder for those 2 Dalmatian females that you just saw in the video. Okay, so he is good to go. All his foliage and stuff in there. He's happily climbing around right now. Alright, and as I promised, the very last 2 geckos, which I'm super excited about. Picked these 2 up recently. This beautiful pair of Harlequin Crested geckos. As you can see, she's not fired up right now. She's very lavender in color, lavender/gray. She's broken pinstriping. And when she fires up, as you can see on Instagram and whatnot, she's very dark. But look at her portholes right there. Look at those beautiful portholes. Look at the markings on her legs. How she's exhibiting lots of pattern on her legs. So she's definitely a beautiful Harlequin. And one of the coolest things that I noticed about her and her mate-to-be here is you can see on their underside, they have maintained a lot of that Harlequin pattern right on the underside, which is really cool. Alright, so here's the last one of the day, guys. And he's also, see, he's got the portholes. He's also Harlequin pattern, not as much as her, but because he's Harlequin and she's Harlequin, they'll make a great Harlequin pair to make baby Harlequins. Oh, and he pooped too. Alright, baby. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Oh boy. Wow, he just jumped into the nightstand over here. Oh boy. Okay, he just went behind the bed. I just lost him, no lie. He was supposed to be the collar of the 2. So yeah. Oh boy, I'm still trying to catch him. Holy cannoli. Okay. Something I guess you gotta get used to with these guys. The jumping is, wow. Okay, got him though.